Some claim that Jesus' statement in John 10:30 proves he is God. I and the Father are one, they say, is undeniable evidence that Jesus and the Father are the same being. But is that really what the Bible teaches? Let's slow down, dig deep, and let Scripture interpret Scripture. John 10:30 NKJV states, I and my Father are one. At first glance, many jump to the conclusion that Jesus is declaring himself to be God. But let's be careful. That's not what the verse says. There's no mention of God in this verse. To insert that into the text would be adding to Scripture, something God warns us not to do. As stated in Deuteronomy 12:32 NKJV, you shall not add to it nor take away from it. So what does Jesus mean? Let's allow Jesus himself to explain. In John 17:21-23, Jesus prays that his disciples may be one just as we are one. Was Jesus saying his disciples are also one being or one God? Of course not. He was talking about unity, being united in purpose and mission, just like he and the Father. If John 10:30 means Jesus and the Father are the same being, then by that logic, the disciples would also be divine. Clearly, that's not what Jesus was teaching. Let's take it a step further. In John 4:24 and John 8:40, it states that God is spirit and Jesus is a man. Different states of being. God is spirit, Jesus is man, so they cannot be the same being. Now, what was the context in John 10? Let's read a few verses before. In John 10:27-30, Jesus tells us, My own sheep, listen to my voice. My Father and I are one. The topic was the care of the sheep. Jesus was speaking about how both he and the Father care for and protect the flock. They are one in purpose, not in person or being. Still not convinced? Let's look at how other Bible translations render John 10:30. In the Lamsa Bible translation of John 10:30, it says, I and my Father are of one accord. The Message translation of the same verse states, I and the Father are one heart and mind. John 10:30 of the Simple English Bible further explains, My Father and I are united. See the pattern? Unity, harmony, agreement, not identical essence. And here's more. In 1 Corinthians 3:6-8, in the New King James Version and the New International Version, Paul says, He who plants and he who waters are one. And in the New International Version of the same verse, it adds, They have one purpose. Paul and Apollos weren't the same person, but they had the same mission, same goal, same purpose, just like Jesus and the Father. In addition, in Matthew 19:6 it states, The two shall become one. Marriage unites two people as one. Not one being, but one in purpose and commitment. So, let's answer the big questions. Does John 10:30 teach Jesus and the Father are one God? No, the verse never says that. Does John 10:30 teach they are the same being? No, the Bible shows God is spirit, Jesus is man. So what does Jesus mean? He and the Father are one in purpose, especially in caring for the flock. Friends, if your church teaches that Jesus and the Father are one God in essence or being, it's time to re-examine those beliefs. The Bible is clear. Jesus is not God. He is the Son of God, exalted, appointed, and one with the Father in purpose, not in being. Come join us in worshiping the one true God, as taught by Jesus and the apostles, in the true church of Christ. Subscribe for more Bible-based truths that challenge tradition and uplift Scripture. Again, thanks for watching. This is Truth Over Tradition.